Hey, I'm Primitive Tim, and today I'm going to be cutting my hair. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing it in a primitive way. So with this stone right here, which is also very sharp, like a razor, I'm going to be cutting my hair right here. Anyway, so here's the clump we got from today. This is the lovely Ashley. She'll be doing my hair today. Before I cut my hair, I wanted to put it up into little clumps like this because I'm going to save it. And the reason I'm saving it is to make a bowstring for my primitive bows and arrows. So the deed has been done and I'm left with a handful of hair. I cut it in June 2012 and now it's July 2013. So this is a year and a month's worth of hair. Alright, so with this hair we're gonna start working on a bowstring. And so if you go back to my cordage video, you'll be able to see how you weave the fibers and spin them around and stuff. And so I'm gonna use that exact same method except with my own hair and add in fibers as I go along to make a nice long bowstring.
I do this on a daily, multiple times a day when I'm working.
So now we're done with the fun part, and we get to continue on to the more difficult part, where I actually use the hair to make that string. Alright, so now that I've cut my hair off and I've got it organized in little clumps here, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start making the string. Now, I'm going to use the reverse twist method to start making this, and I've actually already got some started here. So right here I've got about 4 feet or so of string made, and I just started over here. When you start it, which we're going to show here in a second, you want to make sure it's wet, that way it'll stick together better. Alright, so when I first start out my string, I actually want it to be about half the diameter as the final string is going to be. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a very long one and then reverse wrap it over itself once I've already reverse wrapped it the first time. So it's going to start out fairly thin. And so I'll just pull out a chunk of hair like this, and then I'll take this. This is a fairly thin part. You can see the diameter when you twist it like that. You'll see about what it's going to be like. So I'm going to take that in half, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to use my own saliva. There's some short hairs in there I don't want. So I'm going to take my own saliva to wet everything down. So like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these wet ends together, and make sure you keep these separate. So I'm going to do kind of a different type of reverse wrap. I'm just going to hold it like this. I'm spinning this one forward and bringing it back. I'm going to spin this one forward and then bring it back and hold it back here, and then spin it and continue on like that. And I might want to come undone. Just take some more saliva and just get your fingers wet with your own saliva, and that will keep things a little bit stickier so that the hairs stick together. I'm going to add in a few more strands, just trying to keep each side nice and even. That's the goal here. You can see it's actually staying together now, so that's good. So I just finished up my hair string, and it's pretty long. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get this all evened out, and I'm actually going to reverse wrap it over itself. So the idea here was to make a bowstring. So I'm gonna finish up this string, and then we'll test it out and see how it does as a bowstring. So in order to get an idea about which of these is better, this is my hair string, and then this is an agave string that I made. So we'll weigh the agave string, and it comes in at about 7 ounces. And the hair string comes in at 10 ounces. So this is a little bit heavier, so that's not going to be as good for performance. So now we're going to have to put these on a bow to see which one is better. So I've got my my bowstring on here, and it feels pretty good. It feels strong, it feels tight, and so I'm going to see how it shoots. So I've got a river cane arrow right here, and yeah, we'll see how that shoots. So I'm going to be aiming for the piece of grass that is right over here, so I'll be over there. So the advantages of a hair bowstring is that well, you can make it out of your own hair. Also, it's waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it ever getting wet. You could hunt in the rain or whatever. Also, it's more abrasion resistant than a lot of other fibers, especially plant fibers. And so you'll be able to shoot this a lot longer than you would a plant fiber string like this one. But that's pretty much it as far as the advantages go. Disadvantages are that well, it's not as strong and it's a little bit heavier, so it's a little bit of a slower shot than you would normally have with a plant fiber string or a sinew string. Also, this hair slips, so like I had a problem here. I'm using a Native American style knocking system here with a side knock here and then just tied on to the other end. So I had it tied on here and it actually slipped down after a few shots. And so if you're hunting or something like that and it slips down, you know, there goes your quarry. So you wanna, that's one of the downfalls of the string. Also, there's a little bit of stretch in it, but like I have mine. This is pretty much where I leave it when it's not braced, so it'll stretch about this far. But after that stretch is already pulled out, then it's gonna stay tight. So you don't have to worry about that so much. But otherwise, I'm glad I did it.